Hello. I am so excited for this July prediction because, child, this is my first prediction of many more to come. Today's the third, I think. It's not too late to do a prediction. We still have many more days ahead in July. So yeah, let this reading find the collective that it will resonate. And I'm not doing these predictions through superpowers, cards, or whatever. A lot of my readings I do through just the powerful knowing that we have collective experiences, and our experience is never unique, and it is never a isolated experience or incident. It may be in your close proximity or environment, but the world is so much bigger than our immediate environment. So yes, and our God-given superpower. I know I said I don't. It's not like superpowers, but not in the way that we as human beings think of superpowers, like in movies and stuff. The God-given superpower that we all have, and that is intuition. Okay, intuition. So let's get into these. So first off, the energy that I'm getting for the month of July is expect joy. Expect joy, whether it's big joys in little moments. Just have that expecting energy, like, you just know that you're gonna have a good month. For the most part, of course, you're not gonna have just a uniform experience. Life is gonna life, but just have that mindset, because July is gonna have a lot of joyful July. Oh my God, I think this is gonna make a great name for this video. Joyful July. I'm getting like you should try to fast every beginning of the month. That's what I've been doing. I've been called to do this since last year. So I fast every beginning of the month. It's just a very important time for me to just, it's very symbolic of just letting your body fully digest the thing of anything from last month and sort of like start afresh in the new month. You could do like one day, you could do 16 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, just any hours that you are comfortable with, you can do so. And during your fasting, just be more aware of what comes out emotionally for you. So you don't force things, but like when you feel something's come up for you emotionally, pay attention. This is because sometimes we can use food to just numb out things that come out. And when you fast during these hours and you don't have the pacifier that is food, an emotion that you may be numbing may come out. Pay attention to that and try to face that emotion head on. I usually do like the first weekend of the month for the most part. Yeah. Yep. This month is definitely obviously significant for Cancer people, for Leo people. It's a month of celebration for you guys, obviously. So even if you don't have any birthday this month, you've been called to like celebrate something. You may celebrate a small achievement or a big achievement. Just pick anything to celebrate. A lot of festive vibe I'm getting for this month, especially like from mid to the end of the month. So get yourself something you've really wanted to get yourself. I'm getting lean more towards your interests, especially ones that bring your inner child. For me, it's musicals. For years, I have hated musicals, but for some reason, recently, I have been obsessed with musicals, and one of the musicals I'm obsessed with is Wicked, and I haven't watched the second part of the movie. So I'm gonna buy myself the movie, have a movie night, and then listen to the album. Like I'm gonna really dive into it. So really dive into like your interests, especially the ones that bring out your inner child. Do more activities like that, like painting, coloring, anything that is like nostalgic of a childhood. Do not take yourself too seriously this month. Like, do not take yourself too seriously. I'm also getting this month that it's really important that you reach out to people for hangouts. I'm getting like, for once, initiate, be the first to text, be the first to call, be the first to suggest meeting up. Even if I'm getting like at least 30 minutes of like social interaction, do that. Because most of us in the collective are like loners. You may have made acquaintances, reach out to those acquaintances, take things one step forward, because you don't know that friendships may form, but don't put too much pressure on the interaction. Just have fun, okay? But make sure this month, even if it's one day out of this month, have at least a 30 minutes minimum interaction with someone other than your family. With anyone other than your family or someone you're dating. I'm getting, if you have like already established friendships, I'm getting, spend time with someone who isn't an established friend yet. So even if you already have a friend group, even if you already have best friends, spend at least one day this month with someone who you aren't really that close to yet, even if it's one person. I'm also getting patience. You may have goals that will not necessarily materialize in July, but I'm getting that in July. Remind yourself more of being patient. You may get sudden urges to suddenly change course of plans, to stop whatever goal that you had. I'm getting like, be patient. Be patient. Regardless of you hearing me saying be patient, I feel like this is just something that, a feeling that you're gonna get regardless anytime this month. But I hope hearing this video, you are mentally prepared that you're gonna have thoughts about any long-term goal that you're working on. You're gonna have thoughts of like suddenly stopping, and I'm getting that these thoughts will not, they're sneaky because they will sound rational to you. It's not gonna be the typical, you know when you give up on something, it's not gonna be melancholic or depressive type of vibe. It's gonna sound like a logical thing to do, to stop, and you're not gonna have that panic. It's gonna sound like, okay, this is the right thing to do. Do not listen. That is actually the sneakiest sabotage, the one that sounds rational and justified. Do not listen to that. If you know that you have a goal, e.g. like weight loss, or you're writing something, or I don't know, you're trying to save up something and you have a certain amount of money that you're trying to save up, any long term goal, do not stop. Do not stop. I'm also getting that this month, when I said expect joy, the joy that you're expecting is not just necessarily from things that will happen in July. Half of it, yes, but the joy you're experiencing, you're gonna experience, that you may be experiencing now, just this positive energy, is from knowing or expecting certain things to happen in the future, maybe in August instead of July, maybe in December instead of July, but just knowing, just looking forward and getting, look forward to the future. You're gonna realize that you're very future focused in July, and that's because in June I'm getting like you were very like in the past, thinking about things from the past more than usual. It's the total opposite in July. It's like to the future. You may have a lot of daydreams, very vivid dreams, and just the constant looking forward to the future type of feeling. You may think like, oh my god, I can't wait to move out, I can't wait to do this in future, I can't wait to do this. You may actually even have concrete plans for the nearby future, like the next month or a few months ahead. So even if you don't necessarily have any plans in July, just hold on to the excitement for the plans you have for August, September, October, November, December 2027 even. Just look forward to those plans. July may also be a month where there is not a sudden, but like there will be a very visible change in anything that you're doing, like very visible results to you and others. This may be something you've been working on for quite a while. The results will start being visible this month. And sometimes people may not necessarily see that they see this, but you will see in the way that they kind of behaving that, oh, they're seeing the results of this. It could be anything sort of like big you're working on, and the results have been kinda slow. This is the month where like, yo, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. Like this is really happening. So you're gonna see that, and I'm getting is that part of joy you're gonna experience, and celebrate it. Celebrate it. Make sure you celebrate. I love this so much. I love this so much. Joyful July. I love this. It's giving positive vibes, but it's giving celebrating, whether big or small. It's giving being excited for the future instead of brooding about the past. It's giving like long-term gratification is finally picking up, because I feel like you've been someone who is shifting from getting gratification from short-term things to sort of like having more long-term concrete goals, and you're just gonna get the joy of long-term gratification, because even though it takes time to get results with the long-term gratification, but you get that dopamine hit, and it's much more satisfying and just much more satisfying, because you understand the work that you had to put in, and at the end you just have a lot more respect for yourself. Your self-concept is just much greater. You just have that respect for yourself, because you know that you are someone that is patient, or is trying to be patient. You're someone that does not give up, and you just trust your willpower. So I'm getting that, even though you won't necessarily get the full results yet, but you're gonna see that your hard work is paying off, even if it's in increments for now. But celebrate that, even if it's not the destination yet, but just celebrate the how far you've come. You don't have to wait till you hit your weight loss goal. You don't have to wait till you finish all the chapters of the book to celebrate the fact that you are writing a book. Like, you don't have to wait till you're completely healed of all your traumas until you celebrate yourself. Like, I'm also getting like, find your childhood pictures and just look through your childhood pictures. You can even post some of them on your socials and just reminisce on your childhood pictures. Kiss your childhood picture. Just look through your childhood pictures and just shower your inner child with love. Some things may come up if you still have a lot of hurt in your childhood. Regardless, your inner child needs that comfort. And instead of waiting for the instead of waiting for your parents or your caregivers to give that comfort, because you've been waiting, even if you are growing up, your inner child inside you is still waiting to get comfort from those people. But the peaceful way is to not keep waiting, but to realize that now you are the adult who will give yourself comfort. It's unfair, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Some of us we didn't get the chance, the opportunity to have adults who are emotionally in tuned, who have that attunement for us as kids. But we are those adults, and you don't have to wait until you have kids to show that love, because your inner child still exists. So kiss your baby pig, hug your baby pigs, look through them and say whatever comes out. Any comforting words you want, any loving words, kind words, I'm getting that you should do that, especially if it's your birthday this month. But even if it's not your birthday, do so. So yeah, that's July. That's joyful July. We are gonna have a joyful July, and make that promise to yourself. I'm going to have a joyful July. I am going to have a joyful July. Amen.